Welcome back to the Front Range. I am the dad.
I'm the daughter.
I'm old.
I'm young.
And today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new teaser trailer for the third and reportedly final installment of the Dune films.
Mm-hmm.
We really enjoyed the first two. I think particularly the second one.
Mm-hmm.
There were some elements of that for me, the cinematography, the sound design, like certain things that just really stood out. But we're definitely excited about seeing the third one.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is one of those movies that we really enjoyed seeing in the theater, and it kind of stinks that now that we're doing reaction videos, like we have to wait and watch them, in a different format. So, I don't know, maybe we'll invest at some point in a 200-inch screen.
Yeah, right.
So that we can watch things.
An at-home theater.
Yes. And at-home IMAX would be great. But anyways, don't want to take too long. Let's go ahead and jump into this and take a look at Dune. Water.
Have you read the Dune books?
I have.
What will we name her?
Oh, she's pregnant?
Her name should be Ganima. She'll need to be strong, like her mother. What if it's a boy?
I would name him Leto.
For his dad.
So he would have the wisdom of his grandfather.
The ring. The Atreides ring. Villeneuve is so good.
Yeah.
War feeds on itself.
Oh, sister?
The more I fight, the more our enemies fight back.
Florence! Robert. He's got no eyebrows.
I'm doing the best I can to protect my family.
Visually so good.
I know.
How did father do it?
Your father never started a war.
Wow.
Yep, there she is. Wait, what?
Stunning.
Oh my god, he's
I'm
bald.
afraid to die.
Stunning.
He bald.
But I must not die. Yet.
Wow. I mean,
I thought Duncan was dead.
Denis Villeneuve, I mean, of the great directors out there now, like Christopher Nolan and Paul Thomas Anderson, Denis Villeneuve is up there. And particularly, his vision for cinematography and grand sweeping shots and even in smaller films too, his eye for film is just amazing.
And then Hans Zimmer with the fucking music.
Right, absolutely.
Having those two together, you're like, okay.
Well, and again, you could, like I said, I don't necessarily, I guess I do, but sound design was particularly noteworthy. Like, I remember watching the first Dune in the theater, this one, not the 84 version, but this first iteration of Dune in the theater. And, like, right away, I was like, this sound design is unbelievable. Like, the layering of the score with the sound
sandworm.
effects of, it was in the beginning, it was the chanting, and then you saw the ships and the sound of the ship. It was just amazing. And clearly that's carrying on here.
Even like the sound of the spice going through the air when it's like twinkling.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Denis Villeneuve is such a master. Timothée Chalamet casting in this part was, I thought fantastic. I've said before, I remember I was really kind of like iffy about it at first because he is kind of such a slight actor. He's not, you know. But when I saw him in the movie The King, on Netflix, I knew he could play the role just because that role is so similar of kind of this rise from someone who's
he had a really great run of movies from, you know, like doing like The King and like back when he was doing like Call Me by Your Name, even though that's a really odd movie when you look back on it, but like from doing Dune to going to Willy Wonka, and now he's weird now.
Well, I think my opinion, anyways, of where he's kind of gone with his career. I mean, he's always kind of liked those indie films, and now he's gotten so much into kind of a lot of those indie prestige films. You know, and whatever.
He's going for the Oscar now, is what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, this is obviously something of a completely different nature, being, you know, blockbuster film with everybody being in it. I mean, now you're bringing Robert Pattinson on board, and you already have Florence Pugh and Anya and, you know, Javier Bardem. And
yeah, he plays that Paul Atreides very well.
Yeah, I think he did too. And I know that's been debated, like in kind of sci-fi circles. There's always going to be, you know,
people are never going to
like him. People, yeah, exactly, absolutely. You're never going to have everybody who likes kind of every choice. Especially, this is such an iconic series of sci-fi books, such a foundational series of sci-fi books. You know, it's funny because you can look at even Game of Thrones, right, of the houses that are having wars, and there's elements like that you can look back to Frank Herbert, and not to say that that's what inspired, because obviously George R. R. Martin was very much inspired by Tolkien, you know, getting kind of off track, but these Dune, I remember when I was a kid and reading these Dune books and just being in awe of like this world building. And I think these films did a very a great job of bringing that to the screen.
Yeah.
Which is hard because it's a lot of material, and yes, they had to cut things out, and they changed, you know, Paul's sister. Her role in the films of this is different from the way it was in the books, and like some of those things were different. But I like the interpretation, and really looking forward to this.
Yeah,
film.
I've never read the Dune books, so I got no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I think we went a couple times, didn't we, to see the first one?
Both. We went a couple times to see the first one and the second one.
Yeah, we really enjoyed these, so we're really excited. And again, just kind of breathtaking, like the way. Again, like just watching the trailer, and the nice thing is, because it's a Denis Villeneuve film, you know that's not it. Like,
right.
Sometimes you
watch.
the
only thing that we didn't see within the trailer was the sandworms.
Well, you watch the trailer, and it stinks when you watch a trailer and then you go see the movie and you know that you have already seen all the best parts of the movie.
Right.
Once you go see the movie, you're like, oh, that was all in the trailer.
That's always so hard to tell, because when you watch a trailer, you're like, oh, that was such a good trailer. You're like, well, those are the best parts of the movie.
Right. Right. And that's, again, why, though, that's part of when you get to the great directors, is that not only that they are not going to do that to you, but they've generally made a great film throughout. So you're not going to, you know, a Christopher Nolan film.
One of my favorite trailers of all time is the trailer for Tenet, because you, honest to God, have no idea what the fuck is going on.
You could have an hour-long trailer for Tenet and still be like,
I'm lost.
What's happening in that movie? I mean, if you haven't seen Tenet, it's a very controversial movie, people who watch it, and people have very strong opinions of it. I won't give too much away, but I will say for myself, it's a film that I had to watch like really 3 times to not to understand it, because you can get to the end of the first one and understand it, but you want to go back and see how that story's told based on a lot of the things that you find out by the end of the movie. Not giving anything away. I wouldn't do that to you.
Tenet's also a movie you really have to pay attention to.
Yes.
Because you miss like one chunk of information, you're like...
You can't be on your phone watching it, like, because you will be like, who is that guy? Where did they go? How did they get there? Like, you're just...
Who's that guy?
Yes. But I mean, now we're getting to Christopher Nolan, but if you go back and watch an early film of his, Memento, he loves to bend time, and then obviously like Inception, and he loves to kind of bend reality and bend time and all those things. So, but Tenet, I feel, for my money, is almost like a masterwork in that sense of the way he bends those
Well, I do have to say Inception's pretty confusing too. If you're not good at interpreting movies, Inception's kind of also hard to follow because you're like, wait, you're.
Yeah, but it's still child's play compared to Tenet. Tenet is a whole other level.
Absolutely.
Anyways, so far off the topic of Dune, but looks good. Let us know what you think in the comments. We do these trailers. We always love people coming checking out what we're doing and our reactions. Do the usual things, like, share, subscribe. We really appreciate it. Other than that, I guess that we will see you on the next one.